The Nintendo Entertainment System, aka the NES, was released in 1985. Unlike the previous Atari 2600, the NES loaded games in the front like a VCR, which was Nintendo's intention. The reason why they designed the NES to look like a VCR is because when they were bringing over the Famicom, aka the Japanese NES, they had some issues. They had issues because in North America we had a video game crash in 1983, which was where a bunch of low-quality games and consoles were made, so basically video games were almost doomed. Another reason why the video game crash happened was because there were way too many video games and way too many consoles, which confused consumers to the point where they didn't want any video games. The first attempt at bringing the Famicom to the United States was by making a computer called the Nintendo Advanced Video System, but people could still tell it was a video game system. Then Nintendo disguised it as an appliance/toy, and it became a success and worked out. So back onto the system. The system has a power and reset button, pretty self-explanatory. The system also has two controller ports. On the back you have AC power, channel 3, channel 4 switch, and the RF switch. On the side you have composite ports, which I think is the first system with them. On the bottom there's an expansion port, but it was blocked off because it was never used. The controller was really revolutionary. It had a D-pad which was made by Nintendo, had B and A buttons, and a start select button. That may sound very simple by today's standards, but back then it was pretty complicated. Now let's see how the system plays. The main reason the NES was so successful was its library of games. This is my collection of games. While the NES is a great system, since it's 30 years old, you will have to replace the 72-pin connector after a while. But it's not that hard. You will also want to clean your games with a 3.8mm screwdriver and using the pink eraser to rub on the pin. The NES is one of the longest lasting systems, lasting 1985 to 1994. It has lots of great games and great controllers. It was also very innovative with the controller and games. Overall, I give this system a 9.5 out of 10, which is very good. Well, thanks for watching, and have a Merry Christmas.